Daddy issues. Why didn't you say so?
Hey guys, welcome to Film Learning, the show dedicated to learning some filmmaking and learning good. And I am back from being half dead during the Christmas holidays, and here we are for our first episode of 2020.
My God.
And today we're heading back to the Arrowverse and taking on the title card from Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now gang, I did have a little bit of help from Nihar from 9A Films. He did the lightning animation, and it's also his Wave Rider animation that is in the actual title template. So thank you very much, Nihar. You can check out his channel right here and in the description. Nihar also mentioned that it's actually Jonathan TRG's Wave Rider model, and you can also check him out in the link in the description. And last but not least, Dan the Blast has provided these sound effects that go in the title card template. So check his channel out below. Now gang, I think it goes without saying, you need to head to filmlearning.com/downloads to grab the title card download pack, which contains everything you need. It's also worth saying that you can use either Cinema 4D Lite, or you can use the full version of Cinema 4D to modify this template. But guess what? That's it. That's all you need. So let's get to work, shall we? Okay guys, here we are in After Effects, and you can see I've got my template open and ready to go. So, first things first, we're not doing anything in After Effects just yet. We're going to jump straight into Cinema 4D because getting this thing customized is super easy. All we have to do is just highlight the Cinema 4D text, head to Edit Original, and once we click on that, it's going to open up Cinema 4D and we can get started. Okay guys, so here we are in Cinema 4D and here we have the template. So what I'm going to do is just make a custom one right now, straight off the cuff, no scripting, because this is a pretty easy one to work with. There's just a few steps. So let's just have a quick preview of what we're looking at. So you can see Crisis text comes in and it's got video inside it already. Now all these are just videos that are buried into these textures, and they have an alpha channel animation, so once they get to this point here, they actually fade away, and then it brings on the under texture. Now, I'll probably do a live stream at some point and explain how that actually works, because that was a little bit of a pain to figure out, but it's figured out. So let's customize this text. Now, I promised my buddy Paigey, who does a lot of Arrowverse videos, that I would make him a custom title, so I'm going to do that right now in this particular episode. So in order to do that, we're just going to grab the C here, unfurrow it, grab this text box here, and we're going to change that C to a P, and we're just going to go through and change them all. So we're going to change the R to an A, the I to a G, and you get the idea. S to E, and the second I to a Y. Now this looks like a whole bunch of gobbledygook right now, but trust me, it's going to get better. So this last S, we don't need it. So what I'm going to do is just click this red one here and this one here, just double click them because we don't need it anymore. Now you can see that this bottom bit behind here is all messed up now, and that's just the border. So what we're going to do is just unfurrow these two right here, and in the text box, all we're going to do is type Paigey. And then in the second border, we're also going to type, you guessed it, Paigey. Now, all we have to do here now is marry these all up together. So what I'm going to do is just untick the subdivision surface, or the extrude, sorry. And then I'm going to grab each of these letters and just marry them up like so. So just grabbing each one at a time, bringing them over, and snap the grids on so it's actually making it a little bit easier. So that's all we're going to do. Just bring them over. Make sure they're in place. That one's just being a bit of a pain. Bring this one over. The A is pretty much in place, so we'll just nudge it over a little bit. And lastly, I'm going to bring that P over just a little bit more. And then now when we turn these borders back on, that's looking pretty good. But you can see that it's off center a little bit. So let's fix that up. What we're going to do is just grab everything, grab that, hold down the shift key or the command key if you're on a Mac, grab everything, and we'll just move it on over. There we go. That's all centered now. Now, let's just play through that and see if the camera's in the right position. Okay, so you can see that it actually starts off smack bang in the middle of a border. So, let's fix that also. We only have to change one camera setting to do that. So let's click on the camera, and you can see we have a keyframe here. So what we're going to do is just move that camera on over so the monitor's face takes up the entire frame. Then we're just going to click this record keyframe button right here. Now we play through this. Bam. We've already customized it. That's done. Almost. There's one other thing we need to do. If I hit render, just really quick, you can see that the lens flares here are actually in Cinema 4D. And you can see that this one's off by a bit because Crysis and Pagey are a tad on the different side here. So what we're going to do is just grab Flare 2 here, and we're just going to drag it on over here. Let's push play now. Awesome. So that's now on the E. Now, the reason I'm able to do that is because I've buried an animated flare object in a null object. So this is actually animating along this line. You can see that it has a start keyframe and an end keyframe, but by putting it inside a null object, we're able to move it around all we like, and we don't screw up the animation. So that is essentially done. Now, of course, guys, if you want to change the On Infinite Earths text, it is the exact same steps, really. All we have to do is come down here. Now, if we just type on film learning without that bit right there, bam, you can see that's updated, but we also have to type it on the borders. Bam, then one more. Bam. There we go. Now if we play again, you can see everything works great. So we've customized that in roughly 5 or 6 minutes. And that's completely customized. Now all we need to do now is, if you've got the full version of Cinema 4D, I highly recommend rendering this out. But if you don't, we'll head back to After Effects and we'll render it out in After Effects. Oh, guys, I almost forgot. If you're in a situation where these videos aren't playing, or they're not placed properly in the letters, they're not looking where you want them to look, that's a very easy fix. So let's just say this one of Sarah Lance here. Say we don't like the placement of it there. All we need to do is click on the texture, click on the C, head on over here and click the texture mode. You can see we can now move this around on the letter. We can also grab this and we can scale it up or down as you like. Move it wherever you want. You are not going to screw up the animation. So that's as easy as that. Now, say you don't want, I don't know, maybe you don't want the monitor in the G. So all we need to do is find him. Here he is here in the eye. And say you want, I don't know, Oliver Queen instead. All you need to do is grab the arrow texture, grab that, and just bam, drop it in there. And there's Oliver Queen and his daughter. Now, say you don't want Oliver Queen's daughter in there. That's easy too. All we need to do is just scale up the frame, grab our position controls, move it over, and you now have Oliver Queen in there. And we haven't broken any animation, and it all works fine. Now, guys, it is a really easy thing to do to import your own videos as well. All you need to do is just double click on the texture. Go here, hit load image. Now you can see that I have a PNG sequence of a video. As long as you have an exported PNG sequence of a full HD video that's 920 by 1080, you can import that in very, very easily. So let's just click import, hit open, hit no, click on here, click animation, and click calculate. And now whatever video you've imported will now play. And it will be fully animated with these textures, so it will fade out just like any other video. How friggin' cool is that? Completely automated, very, very easy to work with. So now that we've said that, let's jump back to After Effects and finish this bad boy off. Okay guys, so here we are back in After Effects, and you see I have my rendered out title sequence right here. But say you don't have yours rendered out because you're using Cinema 4D Lite. Super easy to do that, guys. All you need to do is just grab your Cinema 4D file, drag and drop that into its own comp, wait for it to load up, of course. Then all we're going to do is go to Standard Final, wait for that to load. Then all we're going to do is hit Control M on the keyboard, go to Lossless, and we're going to go PNG sequence, and we'll do RGB plus alpha. Hit OK, and then we'll just render it out to your folder of choice, and then import that back in and join up with us again. Welcome back, Cinema 4D Lite users. Now guys, I've imported my pagey text, so all I'm going to do is just hold the Alt key after I've highlighted my original Crysis title, and then I'm going to drag and drop that pagey title right on top. That way it's going to inherit every single effect that I've put on. And now, if I go to Final, it just works. So, if we do a quick render, so you can see how easy this was, guys. All you had to do is just render out your file, and then hold the Alt key and drag it in on top of the original template file, and it's done. Everything just works then. So I just want to quickly just show you what's going on in the template. So you can see we have a couple of if I just solo this, you can see we have an animated wave rider that just flies up over the screen. If it's going to show up, there it is. So you can see that already has a light wrap around it because it interacts with the Supergirl heat beam. Now, of course, we also have Batwoman's Batarang that just flies up and over. And, of course, we have Oliver Queen's arrow that just shoots past. Now, the Batarang is just a still. The arrow is just a quick pass that I rendered in Cinema 4D, so that's a 3D arrow. Now, the wave rider animation is something I grabbed from 9A Films / Niha's channel. He also did the lightning animation at the start. This is just something he already had on his channel, and it's Jonathan TRG's wave rider model. And last but not least, on the bottom here is just some dust particles. If I solo that, these are just some windy dust particles from Action VFX. And all of that working together gives us our Crysis on Infinite Earths title sequence. Add up all those steps and you get something like this. So guys, that is my take on the Crysis on Infinite Earths title card from Crysis on Infinite Earths, which should be coming back next week, so let's look forward to that. As always guys, I hope you enjoyed this title card template episode. If you did, smash that like button because I really do appreciate it and it does help out. If you want to see a bit of behind the scenes on how I actually put these things together, leave a comment down below and maybe I'll do a live stream where I go behind and actually show you every little step that goes into this thing. But leave a comment below and we'll see what happens. But for now guys, that's all I got for you. Like I said before, if you did enjoy it, please smash that like button. It really does help out. And hey, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button below and turn that notification bell so you don't miss a single Film Millennium episode. I'm still working on the Iron Man suit up, so keep an eye out for that. I've got 2 other episodes of Film Millennium right over here, as well as all my social media crap. If you want to follow me for behind the scenes and in progress stuff, it's all right there. And hey, if you want to support us on Patreon, you can also click that there. Or, if you want to support us directly on YouTube, you can click that join button below and grab a membership. But until I see you again, guys, keep learning.